It is gonna be. Hello, hello, hello. We have the beautiful Mikaela from the US that is here on live with me today, in um in the past actually. So she's yesterday, and we're in
Yep.
the future here in Australia. So I'm so excited.
Yes.
I would love for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and your life and what this business, like what your life was like before this business. And yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Mikaela Shriver. I am over in the US. Specifically, I am in Missouri, a small town girl. I'm like right in the middle of the country, if you're familiar with the US at all. Like I'm like literally right in the middle. Anywhere I try to go to the ocean, I've got to drive hours and it's the worst. But I am a wife of almost 11 years. This month is my anniversary. I am a mom of two. We have two toddlers. We got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So that's a really fun phase of life. And yeah, my background is physical therapy, actually. Like I went to college. You guys call it university, I think, but I went to college for 7 years, have my doctorate, did all the right things, right? Like high school, college, grad school, full-time job. And I do really love being a physical therapist, but like working full time was a lot, especially in healthcare right now. And I worked like through the 2020 COVID craziness and everything like that. I was working full time at the time. And while I was working full time, I found low ticket network marketing, with tons of people are familiar with now. I feel like at the time it was kind of like just getting started. Like people were doing it, but it's not anything like it is now. And even like influencers weren't really a thing. Then like making good money online was like this mysterious thing versus like now everybody kind of gets it and wants to do something online and understands the freedom that can bring. So I started out low ticket, did that for several years, and I just never hit the income that I was wanting to make for my family. Like I didn't make no money. I wasn't a complete flop, but it wasn't what I wanted it to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and so when my firstborn was around like 10 months old-ish, we just kind of found ourselves in this place of like, something has got to change. Like we cannot keep going like we're going. And I remember very specifically praying to God and giving him options because obviously that's going to work out. Well, it actually did work out. Spoiler alert. But I had some kind of control, I guess. And I just went to God and I was like, we cannot keep doing this. Something has to change. Here's your options. Option A, my current online business, my low ticket, will just explode. It'll take off, we'll hit the income we're wanting to, and it will become what we need it to be. Or maybe there's a different online opportunity that I just don't know about yet that I haven't come across. And like that will be the thing that helps out our family and meets the needs that we are needing right now. And third option, I go back to work as a full-time physical therapist, put
Yeah.
my daughter in daycare. I did not want to do that by any means, but at that time, I truly was just like done with where we were at. So I put it on there and I was like, if that's what you want from me, Lord, I will do it even though I don't want to. Like these are your three options. Whichever one you tell me is what I'm gonna do at this point. Like I'm done trying to like figure it out. And so I remember very specifically praying that because the other big thing, besides just like inflation, and we had a new baby, and like life had just changed from when I had started my low ticket and stepped back from physical therapy. But my husband was having to pick up side jobs. He's a very handy guy, love it. But he was like literally having to pick up side jobs to like pay our bills,
Mm.
which also took him away from us, like less family time on top of financial stress. And we were just like, we're not in a great place. We didn't want to be living that way. So I told you it worked out, me giving the Lord options. I found high ticket. I feel like it kind of found me. It kind of just fell into my lap. My direct mentor, I randomly networked with her on social media. I did not know her. We've
Wow.
only actually seen each other in person one time, even
So
over 2 years into this. Um, and so, yeah, like I feel like it was totally a God thing because I didn't necessarily like go looking for this.
I love
So
that. You know to
that was
open stores when you're ready.
Yes, I was ready. I was like, whatever you have for me, I'll do it. And that like point of surrender brought me high ticket. So that's kind of where we were at and where we landed. And yeah, that was in like October, November-ish of 2023. And I officially started my business January 2nd, 2024. So I've been doing this for just over 2 years at this point.
Oh my gosh, we're like the same. I started the first week of January 2024, and as soon as I saw this, I jumped in within 7 days. I love that. Celebrating us.
Yeah.
I would love for you, like you kind of did, but really just speak into, was it really like a defining line in the sand moment for you with God? Was it really when you asked him, we were at the three options, or was it really when you were like, there has to, what was that real defining moment if you wanted to add anything to that?
Yeah. So I feel like the opportunity landed itself, but I, being a very controlling person, was like, is this it though? Like, even though like the Lord dropped it in my lap, I was still questioning it, even though I had just said I'd do whatever he said. And actually the defining moment for me probably was my husband saying, like, you can do this. Like I was doubting myself. I was doubting whether this was the right move for our family. And my husband is, I am the strong personality in our family. Like I am the like he's the chill one and I'm the like snappy one. And so when he was like, I would say bold enough. If you knew my husband and how like quiet and reserved he is, he was like bold enough to just be like, you can do this. I think this is what we need for our family. So like just stop thinking about it and go do it. And
I
so
love
like
that.
that belief in me
That's
on
so
top of
awesome.
like this opportunity coming out of nowhere was probably just like, okay, all right, I'm doing it. Let's go.
Amazing. I love that. I love that. And I so get that because I definitely have that same role in our family. And my
Yeah.
partner is that he's the cool, calm waves. He's the cool, calm waves. I'm like the
Yep.
rapid uh survival technique. Let's go. Like
Yeah.
we're diving into the what is it? The rip. We are going in the rip.
Yeah. We're gonna figure it out.
Okay, so I'd love for you to speak into like the changes and the impacts and some of the most significant, changes and impacts that you've experienced since you've started, over 2 years ago now. And maybe you've got one that you want to share or multiple, but yeah.
I feel like there's like the financial side and then like the personal side.
Yeah.
On one hand, I feel like the biggest thing for our family is not even like, oh my gosh, this big trip that we went on, which we did go on an amazing beach trip when I got paid my most, like my highest month ever. Like we just packed up and went to the beach. Like, sure, I love that, right? I love that the income that I can make from like one sale can cover 6 months of our rent. Like, I'm not kidding. Like that maths out. Um, and I love that from like even my full-time physical therapy standpoint, I in my first 5 months doing the high ticket earned what I would have made in a whole year with physical therapy, like an actual doctorate level job.
Wow.
I out in 5 months. So like I love that side. But also on the financial side, the little things are what get me. Like being able to, I remember, coming from this place, I just told you like we were struggling. We had no extra. We had less than no extra. And I remember being in Target and buying my daughter a baby doll because we were there. She
Yes.
was just moving into that phase and like we were able to just buy it it was like $15, like nothing crazy, but we were able to do it. Or like, I
Without
guess
having to
if I
check the bank account or worry about how you're
yeah,
going to make it work. Like I love that. And
yeah.
that's what
And
is the beauty of this. It's just about easing. It's just having that more margin. Like,
yes, more margin. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can. The potential is there. But
yeah,
I know like one of the other big things for us, like I built this business while I was pregnant with like the beginning of my business. While I was pregnant with my son. Like I literally found
same.
out we were pregnant with him around the exact same time that we were like I was considering doing this opportunity. And I can remember thinking like, I'm so glad I found this at this time because if I had found out I was pregnant with baby number two, because he was a surprise, if I found out I was pregnant with baby number two without this opportunity being there, I would have been spiraling for sure. Like I would have been like, we're already not making it. How am I going to pay for a midwife? How are like I'm going to have to go back to work like immediately back to work like
Mm.
no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't have to. I built this while I was pregnant with him, while I was postpartum. I feel like I get like more myself and more like go mode all the time, like the further out I get from that. But like I did it in those seasons. And I can just remember not panicking and knowing I would have been panicking if the timing hadn't landed there. And like that first summer that I was doing this business, we bought a swing set too. And like not like the $5,000 swing sets, like I think it was like 250 or something like that. But for us, going from such a struggle to being able to just buy a swing set was a huge deal. And like it made that last summer of just having the one kiddo, like just that much more special being able to go out and play with her and whatnot. And now they both get to play on it and, making that investment into our family. So it's like the little things like that on top of the growth that I am as a human being, and like the transitions that I have made as a leader, as a mom, as a wife, because I am in this business and a part of the community that I'm a part of. Um, and it just makes me better all around on top of the financial stuff.
Oh, I love that. And I love that. And I feel like I can just so resonate with your story because, like, the same with me. Like, had our baby girl and she's now, I don't know, 13 months or something. I don't know. I can never do the 13, 24,
Yeah.
72 months. I'm like, she's one to me. But yeah, the same thing where you get to just grow in your seasons and become more of yourself. I love that. And thank you for sharing that because so many women need to know that there is not just one way. There's so many ways to build income, and this could be the right vehicle for you.
Yeah.
Um, I guess what I would love to, I have a couple more questions.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of looking back? Like you've obviously shared a lot about your story, but is there one profound moment that you're most proud of or a couple?
I feel like so my highest month so far has been $12,000 at one time. And
Wow.
that was more than I made as a PR in physical therapy the year before. And that was way more than I ever made with low ticket, and I did it in 1 month. Like
And that's
I basically,
US, right? Sorry, that's
yeah,
US. So that's like
US
what, 12?
12,000.
Yeah, so 12,000 US is like, I don't know, 14, 15,000 Australian. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. And to know that that was possible, like I don't hit that every month, but I've definitely hit that or come close to hitting that like multiple months.
Wow.
And so the fact that that's a thing is just amazing to me. Um, and then I don't know, I'm just really proud that I did it while pregnant, man.
Yeah,
Like there's so
amen.
many people that say like they're waiting for the right time or waiting till they feel more like themselves or whatever. And it's like, nah, you just gotta decide, homie. Like it's
Yeah.
out there for you at all times. And you can
Oh,
do if I can do this, you can do this. Because sometimes I'm just like a hot mess express. And I'm proud of myself for doing it, getting this far, not quitting on the hard days, all of that. Like I'm just glad to be here.
amen. Amen, sister. I love that. I love that. I guess I just want to finish on two last questions. So my last question is, my second last question is, what are you most excited for in your future? For yourself and this, being in the online space, and being having God at the center of all of that for you.
Yes. So I feel like for me, looking at like 2026, what's upcoming, that kind of deal, I am excited that, well, I'm really close to like our first legacy rank.
Oh,
Like, and I know that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot to people that might be watching it on the outside, but like I'm really close to a big bonus and to like lock in some income and
yeah,
um
and that would be
like
like obviously a lot of bonuses on your way too that you'll get for life, which is so cool. Um,
yes. And I just, when I started this business, I wanted to hit that before my son was even born, and I obviously didn't. And then I took a step back once he was born, and switching from one kid to two kids really rocked my world. But I didn't quit, which I'm proud of.
Amen,
But
sister.
now like we're rolling again, and I'm like just kind of ready to actually get there since that was like my first original goal. And life always be lifing, but like that's my goal for 2026 is to hit that. Um, I'm excited for some trips upcoming, family trip. My best friend moved across country, so I got to figure out some way to go see her and her baby now, and things like
Ooh.
that.
And it's so cool because you can just go at any time. Like this is about
Yeah,
there is no boss to ask for permission for. There is no, annual leave. It's just like you get to choose how you want. And when you go on your like trips, you can still earn. You can still
yeah.
meet people. You
And
can
like
still
going on the mission trip with my husband this summer, like most people would not have the opportunity to do like three trips in one year, even if they do one trip.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, thank
So
you for covering that. And I guess this comes my last question. It's my most favorite because everyone's golden nugget is always so different. And if you could offer a piece of advice to your past self that was just starting out, or to someone that's sitting on the fence, wanting to start in this business model, wanting to start earning online, what would you say to your past self, or what would you say to that person sitting on the fence?
it's okay if you're scared and kind of have the nervous poops, which like might be TMI, but like for real. I've had so many conversations with people that they have said, like, I had the nervous poops when I got started. It's a real thing, but start anyway. Um, maybe that's like just a memorable nugget. I don't know if it's helpful,
I've
but
never
my
had that
point
one
is
before. That is so cool.
there you go. It's gonna be unforgettable. No, but for real, like a lot of us were scared to get started. Like even those of us that were like, this is what I'm doing, and like, you said you found this opportunity and within 7 days you got started. You know, I've heard as low as like they started within their first 24, 48 hours of hearing about this opportunity. Mine took a little more like maneuvering things around just because of where we were at in life. So it took me like a month and a half to get started, but it wasn't because I was waiting, it was just logistics. So if you're in this place and you've thought about it, but there's something holding you back, whether it's like doubting yourself, doubting and making an investment, doubting the business model, like everybody's afraid of something. There's legitimate things to like take into consideration, but like do it anyway. And I want to just normalize that feeling of fear or that feeling of uncertainty, but like dig a little deeper and hit that drive of like, but you really want to anyway. That's what you got to check into because it's normal. It's a big life change. It's just like starting any new job, like when you're considering switching jobs, even like in your normal 9 to 5 business world, whatever, like if I'm going to go get a new job as a physical therapist, I might be really nervous. Like, is this the right news for the right move for my family? Is it what is going to meet our needs? Am I going to be good at it? Am I going to like the people I'm working with? Whatever. Like those are normal concerns with any big
Amen.
change in life, especially when related to employment. So if you're scared, that's okay. Do it anyway.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. And again, like if you're wanting to learn more about this opportunity, reach out to myself or Mikaela and have a conversation. Use your beautiful God-given asset, curiosity, and see if this is maybe the right model for you. It might not be, but you don't know unless you get curious. All right. See you in the
Absolutely.
inbox. Thanks for having us. Bye.
Bye.